an angel, Father. The voice of an angel.
Mrs. Featherstone just phoned from the rectory. She says it's urgent.
I thank you, sister. Sister, I can tell you right now, it's as though John McCormack had been born again.
John who, Father?
Why, John McCormack, of course. The greatest Irish tenor of them all. What's the lad's name?
Slade, Father. Eddie Slade. The family's new in the parish.
Oh, well, better late than never.
Hi, Al.
Hello, Father.
Well, who put the holy medal in the parking meter this time?
I'm sorry, Father. I wished it were that simple.
Trouble? Thank you, Mrs. Featherstone.
One of your 8th grade kids was seen pilfering in Shapiro's market today. 3 or 4 witnesses saw the boy, but Shapiro didn't want to raise a big hullabaloo about it. Thought it'd be better if I mentioned it to you first.
It's mighty thoughtful of you both, Al. Do you have the boy's name?
The boy's name is Eddie Slade. One of the customers was able to identify him. What's the matter, Father?
I hope someone's mistaken. Eddie Slade, you say?
That's right, Father. Eddie Slade.
Huh. Well, it looks as if our angel has a slightly crooked halo.
Huh?
Oh, come in, Al. We'll talk about it. Shot.
I hope you didn't mind my borrowing one of your clubs.
Not at all. We're happy to have you in the fold.
A little more of this, you know, and I'd be ready for live ammunition.
Say, Father, something cropped up today in the juvenile department. I thought perhaps we should talk about it.
Well, would you mind holding it till dinner? I'd like to get this game figured out by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I took the liberty of inviting Monsignor Giblin to join us.
Us?
You and me and young Caldwell, that is. Mrs. Featherstone reminded me that tomorrow's your regular golfing day.
You invited Monsignor Giblin?
He's an old friend of mine, as you know, and a very big man in the diocese.
Yes, and he's also a 4 handicap player.
Oh, aren't we all handicapped one way or another? Why hold that against the man?
No, that's not what I mean. 4 handicap means that a player's average score is about 76 for 18 holes.
Is that supposed to be good?
Well, let me put it this way. It's just 4 strokes short of perfection.
Is that so? It's funny. I never figured Joe Giblin for a sneaky thing like that. The only reason I made this date with him was to help the boy.
Boy?
Yeah, young Eddie Slade. The boy with the voice of an angel. After you left today, he sang the snowy-breasted pearl. Oh, she is not like the rose that proud in beauty glows. Oh, I tell you, it would have melted the heart of a stone cow. Now, first, I want the Monsignor to help us get the right break for young Slade. Oh, for all we know, we might have another Dennis Day on our hands. Oh, no, don't laugh, don't laugh. Young Dennis started out singing in his parish choir, and look at the result. He's not only a great credit to his old parish, but he's a knight of Malta, mind you. And a fine family man as well.
Father,
And I've taken enough kidding, too. Someone very unkindly remarked only a few days ago. Here we are all these years in the heart of the theater district, and the best we've been able to do in all that time is to have one of our girls leave the convent to become a rockette.
well, I can understand how you feel, but
Monsignor Gibbling is just the man to get young Slade a scholarship at one of the fine conservatories in New York. It'll be a great credit to old St. Dominic's. And a great thing for the boy, too. It's only our duty, you know, to promote the exceptionally talented. And he's a grand lad.
Father, before your expectations get any higher, I'm afraid there's something you should know about our cut-rate angel.
About Eddie?
Yes, there was a little shoplifting incident this afternoon at Shapiro's Market.
Oh, what has that to do with the boy?
I'm sorry, Father, but Eddie was the one.
I don't believe it. What did he steal?
Can of peaches and a box of crackers. Not exactly a case for the FBI, I grant you, but
Oh, that's all it was.
that's all it was this time. I was able to square it with Shapiro and the cop.
Well, from the look on your face, one would have thought the boy had blown a safe or put a knife in somebody's ribs. But, now, Father, I know boys, and I can tell you right now that very few of them are ready to be canonized at 13 years of age.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that part of it.
We're all the sons of Adam. I know that. And at Eddie's age, it's not always such a broad jump from the apple in the garden to a can of peaches in Shapiro's Market.
Yes, Father.
You can't tell me there's any real harm in a boy who can sing like that. You know the family at all? Is there any problem in the home?
I don't know. It's something I hope to find out.
We can't let a boy who can sing like that go astray. And that's something I know you can handle for me. You have a grand way with the youngsters. Will you look into it right away?
Yes. Oh, about that game with Monsignor Giblin tomorrow.
Oh, don't worry about Joe Gibbling. He's an understanding man.
Well, I guess he'd better be. For everybody's sake.
Fine morning, Mrs. Featherston.
Do you think so?
Is Father ready?
Let's say he's willing, Mr. Carwell. But whether the poor man is ready for this kind of foolishness at his age, I leave to your conscience.
Hi, Tom.
Hi. What's this about your age? Have you been holding out on me? You expect to play like that?
Tom, I can't make it today.
You what?
I'm sorry, but half a dozen things came up, including an important juvenile problem that couldn't wait.
Well, Chuck, you could have called me. I've had the time reserved for a week.
Tom, it's not as if you won't have anyone to play with. As a matter of fact, you'll have two partners. One right here, another one to be picked up on the way.
One right here.
Oh, she is not like the rose that proud in beauty glows. Well, how do I look? Like Benny Sneed himself?
You look real sharp, Father.
I'll be with you in a moment, Tom. I'll just telephone the Monsignor, let him know we're on the way. Oh, she is like violet blue.
You can't do this to me. I love that man like my own father, but I went bowling with him once.
Look, Tom, a special favor, huh? It means a lot to him. I'll explain later.
Did he ever play golf before?
Yes, Monsignor. We're leaving right now to pick you up. Haha, there's nothing like a day on the tees and the fairway to give a man a chance to talk things over.
All right, Father. Wouldn't it be better if we talked about your protege over here or at your place?
Oh, no, Monsignor. No, do you good. I'm looking forward to a grand tussle on the green. Oh, you can't let me down now.
Okay, Father. Pick me up.
All right. We're all set now, Tom. The Right Reverend's looking forward to a grand day in the open.
I'll take him, Father.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Many thanks, boy. Remember, charity is the one true bond of perfection. Charity is patient. Charity is kind. Does not envy. St. Paul taught 1 Corinthians.
Well, that's awfully sweet, huh? Do you know any other bright ecclesiastical remarks?
Just one. Don't play to Monsignor for money.
Yes, Father.
Sister, I'd like you to send over Eddie Slade. I'd like to have a talk with him. Yes, Eddie Slade, the young man we had singing for us yesterday.
I'm sorry, Father. Edwin isn't here this morning. Sick? No. Father, he's a chronic truant. I'm going to speak to Father Fitzgibbon about it. Excuse me, Father.
I said I'd rather you didn't speak to Father right away. And, Sister, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop by here either at recess or at lunchtime. Yes, thank you.
Well, as I was saying...
Father, the folks back there waiting for us to tee off.
Oh, sure, it's only a game. This young lad, Slade, I was telling you about, he's of the venturesome type. You could say, not exactly a diamond in the rough, mind you, but, well, as I see it, he's a sort of heavenly voice calling to us from the wilderness. If you get what I mean.
No, I don't, Father. However, it's still early in the day.
I think we had better get going, Father.
Oh. Oh, Tom, by the way, I'm not much of a gambling man, but just to keep things from getting too dull, how about, what's your handicap?
Well, that's really hard to say, Monsignor. I get away so seldom now. The last time I played this course, I really disgraced myself. That's why handicaps are so deceiving. What's yours?
Well, I'm about...
Shall I take the first crack out of the box, as they say?
Father?
Where'd they go?
Those tees get pretty slippery.
Do they now?
Father, what's your handicap?
Old age, I suspect.
He's more than bright enough, Father. That's not the hurdle to be cleared. Sometimes, to be honest with you,
Yes?
angel voice or no angel voice, I could hit him in the head.
That's a perfectly wholesome reaction.
He never does any homework. Everything he does in class indicates but one thing: brains without effort. That's always discouraging, Father. He always seems to have money, too, with no explanation where it comes from.
You think there's more to this stealing than just a can of peaches?
I'm afraid so.
What about his home life? Any problems?
I shouldn't think so, from the behavior of Eddie's brother, Felix.
Felix?
The pride of Sister Veronica's third grade. Felix is 8 years old and has an average of 98.6, the highest in the class.
Oh. I see what you mean. Someone must care.
As I mentioned, the father is a widower, but there's a grandmother, a good church-going woman, I understand, to look after the children. Did you phone the house, Father?
Yes, of course, but nobody answered.
I found in Eddie's file his father's business address. I wrote it down. It doesn't list the phone or say what he does for a living.
Yes, but at least it's in the parish. Maybe we can locate the dragon here. All I know is I gotta find that kid and find him fast.
Is it that serious?
It's awfully important to Father Fitzgibbon, and as I suspect we both know, Sister, even more important to the boy.
Did you find it yet, Father?
Not yet.
Well, it beats me how a man from the county Wexford can manage to put that much English on the ball.
Where's the Monsignor?
Where he always is, on the green in 2 strokes.
I've spent so much time in the woods, I haven't had a chance to bring up the idea of a scholarship for the boy. Keep him in good humor, will you, Tom?
Oh, don't worry about his humor. It's improving all the time. Cost me $4.50 so far.
Afternoon, Father.
Afternoon. Mr. Slade?
Yeah. Well, what can I do for you?
That's no way to talk to a priest, Jack. Now, you know better than that.
Look, Father, I'll be honest with you. I'm not in the market for what you're trying to sell.
Well, I didn't know my sample case was showing. Can I have a beer?
Well, that's more my line.
Hey, Jack, I'll be back tonight to pick up the slips, huh?
Yeah.
Would you like me to shove off, Father, so you can talk with Jack?
No, he ain't hearing my confession. Stay where you are, Healy. You come about Eddie?
Well, I thought it might be a bad idea.
He told me all about it himself. So he put the clamp on a can of peaches at Shapiro's market. Is that some big deal?
Could be, especially if it's an apprenticeship to bigger things.
You never stole anything when you was a kid?
I thought we weren't hearing confessions. Actually, the answer is yes. Yes, I did, but I was lucky. Nobody thought it was cute.
What's that supposed to mean? I should beat the kid's brains in?
Oh, it doesn't hurt to be respectful, Jack.
Look, Father, you run your own store, I'll run mine. This is New York City, you know. Give a little, take a little. And the only crime is to be dumb about it.
Come on, Jack, be nice, can't you?
Knock it off, will you? Look, Father, we don't run our lives with a catechism. I went through those woods before. It turned out poison ivy. For instance, a guy comes in here to leave a $2 bet for Charlie, the guy that was just in here. So what do? Call City Hall, phone Washington, go think to the cop on a beat? Come on, Father. Live and let live is the name of the game.
Hey, Father, you see the pictures of Jack here when he was a fighter. Did you know he was the #3 contender for a while?
The #2 contender, if you don't mind, Healy. I never could lick LaMotta. Anything else you want to know?
Yeah, a few things, like why wasn't Eddie at school today?
You got me there. Maybe he got bored like I used to.
Ah, but an education is a very important thing today, Jack.
How would you know?
Jack, the next question's an obvious one. Why, feeling the way you do, why do you send your children to a parochial school?
That's what their mother wanted.
That's right, Father. I knew them both in the Ascension Parish. Grace, she was a wonderful woman.
Hey, like I told you, knock it off, huh?
I happened to hear Eddie sing yesterday.
Any complaints there, Father?
Not on that score, Mr. Slade. We'd like to help the boy.
We don't need no help.
Well, we feel differently, and he happens to be enrolled in our school. All right. Suppose we skip that for now. Anyway, the sisters want him in the choir. He isn't buying it.
You know why?
Well, I gather it's because he didn't go for that busted brown collar and a big bow tie.
Yeah, that's my boy. I told him, I said, look, Eddie, you make up your own mind. But remember who your father was.
I guess he did. I heard him singing the Ave Maria. Where'd he learn the Latin?
From his mother Grace, wasn't it? When he was about that high.
Who else? You see, Father, my wife was a very religious woman. In and out of church all the time. Like they was giving away stamps. Hey, I'll put a head on that for you. A lot could have done her going into church all the time. A lot good it done the kids and me.
I'm sorry, Jack. I don't follow you.
Well, look at it my way. Maybe you will. The night she was killed on 31st Street, she was on her way to a novena.
Nice shot you made, Tom.
Thanks. Offhand, I'd say I needed it.
That was a walloper, Joe.
Joe, do you think you'll be able to hear young Eddie Slade sing next Saturday, say?
Oh, it's possible, Father. I'll call you.
Oh, wonderful, Joe. The lad will be a credit to us all. I'm sure of it.
Well, where's your ball, Father?
Well, I just thought I'd like to enjoy the walk these last few innings. The trouble is that I've lost every last one of the balls Father O'Malley lent me.
Oh, Father, come on. Take one of
Oh,
mine.
no.
Now, come on now. It's only a 60-cent repaint.
What? 60 cents, Tom, for a ball only half the size of an egg?
Well, you must hold out on that one, Father. What club do you use?
Oh, no club at all. I find it saves me trouble if I just throw the ball. Young Slade's going to audition for the Monsignor next week.
That's good news, Father. I'm glad to hear that.
Ah, Tom, golf or no golf, I'd say this has been a mighty worthwhile day.
Hey, mister, want to buy some golf balls?
Tom, why, that's him. That's young Slade playing hooky from school.
I got some practice clinkers, 3 for $1.
Shouldn't you be in school, son?
Look, if I was in school, somebody else would have these here golf balls, Mac, and you'd be out of a buy.
Father, that young crook, somebody. He's been stealing balls all over the place.
Hold it, Eddie. It's too late to run now.
There the lad was, if you please, spilling golf balls from his clothes like raisins from a cake. They'd have him in jail now if the man in charge hadn't been in Noisy Columbus.
I'm sorry, Father, if there's anything I can do.
I live to be 105, which heaven forbid. I'll never forget the look on the Monsignor's face. So this is your canary, he said to me. Which conservatory do you think he'd like best? Dannemora or Alcatraz?
Ah, Father, you're taking this too hard. The city's full of young hoodlums. Some like Eddie Slade, and others a good deal worse.
It's just that I'm getting old, I guess. I get my hopes up over little things.
Trying to help a boy with talent is no little thing. I think you should talk to him again.
I thought I'd give him one more try. Just one more. And it would help, too, if you looked in. Sister Mary Matthews should have him over here shortly, if he hasn't skipped school again.
Father, I don't think I ever saw the poor man more disappointed. Did you?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well, now, let's get down to the point, my boy. What in heaven's name is it you have against school?
Nothing, Father. It's a nice school. Sorta. If you got the time.
Time, Eddie. At your age, time.
I always got a few angles going for me, Father.
Like stealing golf balls? Well?
So you give a little and you take a little. What's a couple of golf balls? So what are you going to do? Phone City Hall or call Washington?
Live and let live, huh, Eddie? Yeah. Sister, would you have the other boy come in, please?
Felix?
Do I have to drag the kid into this?
That's enough, Eddie.
Hello, son.
Look, they can't hang here. Relax.
Tell me, Felix, from what sisters told me about your marks, you like it here at St. Dominic's? Hmm?
Yes, Father.
Felix, sister tells me that you're never late or absent from school and that you do your home lessons faithfully. Do you like doing homework?
Nope.
No, Father.
No, Father.
Oh. Your grandmother keep after you?
No, Father.
Your dad?
No, Father.
Well, how is it then that the homework is always done?
Eddie makes me.
Shut up, will you?
Your brother?
He says he'll give me a hit in the head. But he only did it once.
But why, Eddie, why would you be looking after the boy?
I don't know, Father. I guess it's because I don't want him to be a bum like me.
I see.
All right, you two. Back to class. Both of you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Up. Sister?
Oh, I'm ashamed of myself, Father, but it's a weakness of mine. Love stories always make me want to cry.
Ringside Bar and Grill. Yeah, anytime, Charlie. Yeah, come on over now. I'll check it with the kid. Take over a few minutes, will you? 3 beers in Manhattan. 3 guys at the end and that dame. All right. Charlie just called. I told him he was working on his slips.
Oh, yeah, I got him right here. I done it early. You can tell Charlie it comes out even this time. What you and him didn't figure was Healy's bet. It's one of those back-to-back if bets. You know, it's not a regular parlay.
Huh?
It's like this, Pop. Look. If the first pig Healy picked at Arlington don't win tomorrow, then the parlay's dead. But Healy's still got the bet at Aqueduct. That's why it's $4 instead of $2.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I'll tell that to Charlie. No, I'll let Healy tell him. Hey, what's with all the books?
Just homework.
I don't get it.
I thought I'd just monkey around with it, that's all. Oh, what harm could it do?
Did I say it could do any harm? But how come all of a sudden? They giving you a hard time?
Who?
What do you mean, who? The nuns and the priests. Did they give you a hard time?
No, not really, Pop. They're kind of nice about it. You know, they make you think a little. Oh, what's wrong with that?
A customer asks you nice and friendly before to sing. So what did you tell them?
I didn't feel like it, that's all.
You practically told a customer to go blow in his beer. But you sing like a bluebird when they ask you down at school.
Look, Pop,
Maybe it'd help if I wore my collar backwards.
Oh, Pop.
Nah, go home. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Here you are. We gotta face it, that's all. The kid's a lot better in arithmetic than you or me.
I ain't arguing.
Well, another day, another $1.15. That's inflation, Jack. Hey, take it easy, Marge. Easy. You wore out the floor.
Evening, Father.
Good evening. Someplace we can go talk?
Yeah. You're on again, Healy. No more Manhattans for Cinderella's sister. We can go inside. What's it this time?
A message from Sister Mary Matthew. She sent you notice about Parents' Night. So far, there hasn't been any answer. It's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
I got no time. It's not my kind of a picnic. Maybe the grandmother might go.
Won't do. Sister Mary Matthew wants you. It's sort of a command performance.
Oh, that's real nice, Father. Maybe Sister Mary Matthew would come down and mind the bar for a couple of hours.
You'll laugh a minute, Jack.
Well, I ain't in the 8th grade.
No, but Eddie is. And he won't be there long unless you're prepared to do something about it. Now, look, Jack. Eddie's doing your job for Felix. I think it's time you did your job with Eddie.
I know what you're trying to do. Drag me down to that school. Trying to show me up.
We're not trying to show you up.
Now, look. Look, I had a nun try to pull that reform bit on me when I was a kid. 8th grade, Ascension Parish School. Oh, she was a doozy. Sister Gabrielle was her name. Real high on that culture. And she had a right hand like Rocky Marciano. Ooh.
Tell me more.
Real subtle she was. Always trying little tricks to show me that I was, a better character than I was. You know what made me quit school? A dress.
A dress?
Yeah. I was like Eddie. I wouldn't wear a dress in a plate that Sister Gabrielle cooked up.
She wanted you to wear a dress?
Yeah. And Julius Caesar. You know, one of them things like the Romans wear.
A toga?
That's right, a toga. But it was a dress to me. Same as Eddie don't want to sing in a choir with a Buster Brown collar and one of those big bow ties like somebody just robbed it off the maypole.
Now, look. Nobody's making Eddie sing in the choir. I'll grant you he's got a God-given talent, but whether he uses it or how he uses it, it's strictly up to him. As far as I'm concerned, he can go sing in the back alleys for nickels. But as long as he's enrolled in St. Dominic's, he'll abide by the general rules, the same as anybody else. Is that clear?
Well, I told you already, Father. The only reason my kids are in your school is because that's the way their mother wanted it.
I see. But, Jack, as much as your wife might have wanted it, we don't have to keep them there. Now, whether Eddie stays in the school or whether he's tossed out on his ear is pretty much up to you. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, room 6.
You want me to call Monsignor Gibbling for what?
Find out if he'd like to have any audition for him. This Saturday morning, for instance, if he happens to be free.
You're not pulling my leg now, are you?
No, Father. I may be leading with my chin, but I'm not pulling your leg.
Well, I'm very grateful for your efforts, Father, but I wouldn't want to be embarrassed in the same way again. I'd be the laughing stock of the whole archdiocese. Is there any hope the boy will show up? Have you an angle?
Well, let's just say it's a calculated risk. After all, the foreign missions can always use a couple of fellas like us.
Mr. Slade, I'll be with you when I can.
John. I thought you'd know me, John.
Sister Gabrielle?
Mother Gabrielle now. It's all a matter of managing to live long enough. It's also the best way to become supervisor of schools. That's why I'm here tonight.
How did you know me?
Do you think I could have ever possibly forgotten? Your son?
A couple of things. Some papers and a picture he drew. Well, there's no use hanging a kid just because he don't like school.
It's been a long time since we had a hanging, John. I would have to speak to Mother General to arrange one. May I see your boy's work? I like it, John. He must love you very much. I used to hear about your fights long after you had left Ascension Parish School. They would always tell me you were very brave. And I would wonder what it cost a young man to be brave in that way.
Oh, I had 90 fights, sister. No regrets. Like I always admit, I couldn't lick Jake LaMotta.
I was thinking of other things. We all have to defeat the wrong kind of pride, the conviction that we are always right, ourselves.
Oh, come on. It's 24 years since I was in the 8th grade, sister. That's a long time between sermons.
Not as long as you think, John. Time has to be measured in terms of change.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you have changed so very little, John. It's almost as though we were back where we began. Do you remember our class day?
I remember. I walked right out of school on account of it.
Such a mistake to throw away an education over so little a thing. John, you would have been a wonderful Julius Caesar if you wouldn't have been so willfully proud of wearing that toga on stage.
Have you been talking to Father O'Malley?
Father O'Malley? Whatever made you think that?
Forget it.
The sad thing, John, is that until you got the idea it was Sissy, you liked the part. Caesar's best and bravest lines seemed to fit you better than it did the other boys. Do you remember them? Cowards die many times before their death. This part, John, valiant, never taste of death, but once. Of all the wonders. Can you finish it for me, John?
Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
You cared about it very much, didn't you, John?
I might have, but I had my own ideas. That's why I walked out. And my kid's entitled to have his.
Is he? Is a boy of talent entitled to be burdened with this kind of a performance, John? Just because the thing he cares most about in all the world is his father, and his father happens to be wrong?
Look, sister.
I'm sorry, John, but you will have to excuse me. There are 10 more classrooms for me to visit. Besides, I think Sister Mary Matthew is ready to see you now.
Thank you for waiting, Mr. Stone.
How did it go?
I don't know, Father. He's as fiercely proud now as he was when he was a boy. The encouraging sign is that he loves the boy and cares so much.
Do you think then we might have some luck?
Really, Father, with all the prayers we have been saying, you think we have to be lucky too?
Things were quiet enough here tonight. How was it at the school?
Oh, fine, Ely. All belly laughs and free beer. Why?
I just thought I'd ask.
Well, don't bother.
Well, I'll see you.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter with me.
I didn't pay you yet.
Put it on my tab. I'll drink it up some other day.
You can tell Charlie comes out even this time. Did you go there tonight? Who'd you see? Mary Matthew?
Sister Mary Matthew. Yeah, and some others. You never told me about the golf balls. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know, Papa. It was just some golf balls.
I don't want no cook for a son. You hear me?
So what's the big deal? Golf balls. So what are you going to do? Phone City Hall? Phone Washington? Thanks.
I'll have another, Jack. What's this for?
You got it coming to you. Pour it in with the rest of your drink.
I don't get it.
The shot glasses are phony. It don't really hold an ounce and a half.
You think that's news?
Drink it and don't get cute. From now on, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, how's the arithmetic tonight?
Improving, I hear. Here's your slips, Charlie. Now, Charlie, don't expect to be picking them up here anymore.
Huh?
You heard me. New policy. You can pick up your horse bets any place else, but not here.
Hey, Jack, you punchy or something? I mean, you get nudged too many times in the head, maybe? Oh, all right. All right, Ray. I was just kidding, Jack. Only kidding. I ain't Lamada.
Get out of here.
This is a saloon, Jack? Or a branch of the YMCA?
You figure it.
I like it. I'll be back.
Well,
Nothing, I guess.
I'm sorry I belted you. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I know.
Better go home and get some sleep.
All right. It's just that... What is... There's something you don't know about.
What's in it?
Now, you won't get sore.
Well, how do I know until I see what it is?
Golf balls. Most of them I robbed a month ago. 143 of them. I've been wondering how I could get them back to Westchester County without getting tossed in a can.
Monsignor, and a knowledge of human nature, it never has let me down yet.
Shh, Father.
Another thing, Monsignor.
Please, trying to listen to your protege.